Yep, I'm on time today. Somehow. So I wanted to take a last drink of coffee before I started. Yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I wasn't sure if today was gonna happen. That's why I didn't make a notification sooner because I wasn't sure. I've just been like I said, I've just been a little bit sick all week. Oh yeah, we're getting some of the smoke from the Southern Oregon fire down by Medford. We've had like thunderstorms all day, and it's like bringing up smoke with it, but not like big time smoke. I hate when it's big time smoke. It like kills my lungs. I'd be suffering so bad because I'm already suffering with this chest cold. It's like head and chest, but my chest is suffering the most. So I might have to like mute to cough and stuff because I'm still a little bit coughy. I took some medicine, but yeah, don't mind my muting. I'm probably just coughing. Thanks, Julie. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like getting any worse. It just is like staying the same. It's just lingering. It's really obnoxious. But that's okay. I haven't been sick in I can't even remember how long. Like I don't even know. All the like cold medication I had was way expired, so I had to go buy all new cold medication and yeah. So I'll be fine though. So I don't know. I guess we'll just wait for like anybody else to show up before we start. I guess we'll just chat. Oh, it's that bad. Yeah, that sucks. I hate it when it's like that. Definitely like been through some really smoky times for sure. But my old house, we had like um heat pumps that basically recycled the inside air, so it wasn't so bad. Like you could close everything up and keep air moving. But the new house I have has like a central heating system that like pumps air through vents all over the house, and I don't think it would be as good during a really smoky situation. So I'm hoping that the smoke from that fire down south doesn't get worse, but I don't think it will. It's really far away. It's crazy that it's coming all the way up this way. But yeah, we've had just thunderstorms since like 4 o'clock this morning. It went pretty good for like 4 hours, and then it took a break, and it came back, and it's on another break. But I think it's gonna be off and on all day. Got a little bit of rain, which never hurts. The weeds love it. Hi, LaRue. We're just killing time before maybe some other folks show up and we can talk some conspiracy theories or whatever. I just have some silly stories to share. I'm not really that into conspiracy theories too much. Oh yeah, LaRue. Yeah, I'm in Southwest Washington at like they started at like 4:30, like the big booming thunderstorms and stuff and lightning, and then like I heard them off and on, but at like 6:30, I must have fallen back asleep like pretty deeply, but like it was like 6 o'clock. Um, the loudest thunder I've almost ever heard, like just woke me up out of a dead sleep. It was really, I don't know, confusing. And then, yeah, it just like some of the loudest thunder I've ever heard, ever. It was pretty cool though. Yeah, there's a lot of like poor management of our forests and just like brush and I don't know. Also, people that like start these fires aren't, um, I don't know. It seems like, I don't know. I don't know. There should just be like very steep penalties for lighting destructive fires. Seems like they can never catch who it is. And I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but just starting with better management would be ideal. Finding like ways to, yeah, it's like the god of lightning or something. I just know he's like a god. I don't really like know a whole lot about um like mm, all of the I don't know astrological gods and stuff. I've heard of that, but I can't think of where it is. Is it like north? High curbs. I'll have to look where that is. Bolaru. I'm not familiar. I've seen the name, but I can't like place it on the map. Oh, I thought it was based on like a god, like one of the gods, sky gods or whatever. I remember my favorite movie when I was a kid was Adventures in Babysitting, and the girl in that movie was obsessed with Thor. And that's like all I can think of is adventures. Like all I can think of is that movie when I think of Thor. It's such a bad movie. I quote it all the time and people just never understand it. I'm like, you're in my house. I say that all the time. Get out of my house. Oh my gosh, Roxy, if you did, I would fucking buy one. I'm so glad you get it, Lulu. I feel like nobody gets it. Oh my gosh, I would buy one, Roxy. That's not it's you're being silly, but I'm serious. Go open an Etsy store. I'll buy one. Something tells me you would probably make like a pretty rad tinfoil hat for some reason. Something just tells me. Yeah, you should. Especially to this like group, like I think you could sell a lot of those. There's a bunch of us out in these YouTube wilds that like could use one, I think. All right. I'm gonna take a drink of coffee and then we'll start some chatting about our favorite Thurspiracies. Okay, Julie. If I need you, I'll say something. But it's pretty chill. Like, yeah. So far, it's been pretty chill in these chats. I'm happy about that. It's fake. It's fucking weird, that's for sure. I don't know if I can go as far as saying it was fake, but there's like lots of weird shit about it. That's for sure. I think they were like up there meeting with aliens to like negotiate something. Like there's like I don't know. I think we had like business there. Hold on. No, for sure, Roxy. We don't have to go down anything too crazy. Like we could keep it just fun and light. Like I there's like I love like I mean all those I don't know. I'm down to like listen to any conspiracy theories, but some of them is just like I don't know. A lot of them turn out to be true. So that's the tough problem with conspiracy theories is like um it's just like unproven possibilities is like more like what it is. I mean, yeah, anyone can go to Mars if they want to. I think it's crazy, but if that's how they want to spend their money, I just don't think it's right to spend taxpayer money to do that. But if he wants to spend his own money, by all means. Yeah. A lot of like shady stuff that goes on. Rich people just have different I don't know. I think that like when you get that much money and you can literally buy anything, I think you're tempted to do just that. And for some people, their like interests are I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff that goes on. Rich people just like aren't satisfied with traditional ways of entertaining themselves for whatever reason. I guess it's just too basic. We're all just like too basic. Oh, for sure. Too bad, Kirby's. None of that is like conspiracy, though. It's like the likelihood is very high that like they're not, that it's all true. Yeah, totally, Roxy. Well, you came to the right place. We'll talk about some new ones, I guess. Not really. I don't think we have anything new to talk about, but you're welcome to introduce some new conspiracy theories to the group if you have any that you've been brewing. Yeah. Bruce Willis has weird vibes. So does Demi Moore. Those two have weird fucking vibes. I mean, I've had friends that were in the industry that lived in LA. I mean, peripherally. at the time, and they were pretty fucking weird. So, like, I mean, I guess, like, I had like good, like, friends of friends. Like, one of my friends, like, one of them, like, owns um, a store in LA that's very popular with um, celebrities, and his house was the weirdest house I've ever been to. And another friend of a friend who I got to know is a set director in Hollywood and has worked on a lot of shows. I'm not going to name them because then you could identify them. But he is, I'm sure he's even stranger now, but he was very weird and very, yeah, fit right in with like that whole, all the weird shit you hear. And that was like one of the second weirdest houses I've ever been in. Do you know those paintings with the big eyes? Like those famous, God, I cannot think of the fucking artist right now. With like the little girls with big eyes. God, I know one of you knows the artist, or at least the paint, what I'm talking about. Anyway, he had a collection of those, like, and I'm talking like 2 dozen of them, and it is fucking weird. Like one or two of those paintings is totally, they're cool, they're weird, but like the collection was fucking weird, especially considering he totally had like I don't want to defame anyone. He had some vibes that were off, and maybe God, I don't want to say it, but just off. Let's just say that as a woman in my early 20s when I met him, who looked underage, I felt uncomfortable. Let's just say that. But yeah, he's still working on a very popular show right now. I'm not gonna say it, but Keanu Reeves. It's so funny that he keeps coming up because like just yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, I was like watching one of my live DJ channels that I watch, and there was a DJ on there named Keanu Reeves. That's funny. Anyways, that name just like keeps coming up. Like it was mentioned a few nights ago, and then it was again a couple days ago, and then again tonight. I don't know what that dude's issue is, but he's a very intense person. I can't relate to that. Yeah, I don't know anything about him. I just know he just always seems so serious and like focused. I'm not sure. Oh, that's cool. Oh, maybe that's it, Kirby's. I honestly like don't watch a lot of the films he's in. I've probably seen a few. I just feel like every time I see him, just like I'm like, does he smile? I don't know. So I think maybe you're right, Kirby's. He just has one of those faces. Oh, is that true? I didn't know there's a lot of memes, but that makes sense because that's the vibe I get too. Oh no. I think the only reason why you should ever ride the New York City subway is to spy on people because it's fucking juicy. I wouldn't be surprised at all about that, Roxy. That dude is a trip. And there is a lot of people out there that like that stuff and access. Yeah, a lot of people, I could see him getting away with that. Oh God, Gary's no wonder he's so sad. Oh jeez, that's depressing. Oh my God. Fuck. Okay, this is going the wrong direction. Come on. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna tell you guys some of my conspiracy theories, and we're gonna go from there. I guess, because I'll just share a couple. Do you guys want to hear? Do you want to hear my own personal stories? I have two of those, or do you want to hear two stories I've heard firsthand from the person that experienced them? My stories or other people's stories? Where do you guys want to go? Because I think I got four of them. Okay, you want my personal. Hi, Flower. Hi, Adrian. Yeah, that River Phoenix. That was a sad story. Okay, I'm gonna have one more drink of coffee, cough, and we'll be ready. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Roxy. I know someone who dated someone in that band, and what a mess, dude. There's whatever. He turned her into a lesbian, so that's what's funniest part about it. Yeah, those people are. That band was trash. A lot of people prey on like young talent in Hollywood. They just like want to. I think they just like want to eat their. They just want to like absorb their energy and just. I don't know what it is. It's really sad. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my stories. So I guess we'll go chronologically. Um right, Flower, it happens. Happens happens sometimes that way. um okay, so I'm gonna start. So when I was like I must have been like 16 because I was driving, but I remember being really pretty young. So I was probably 16. And I would like drive into town to like go to shows like late, like a lot of shows and parties didn't start until like, I don't know, late. So it was probably like it was just dark enough. It wasn't like midnight or anything. So it was somewhere probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I lived out in the woods, and um you would at the end of my road there was the road that takes you into town, and it was like 50 miles an hour on that road. So like, and there was a hill um that you had to like watch for cars because they came over the hill really quickly, and you'd so as soon as you like turned onto that road you'd have to punch it, like regardless of whether you saw headlights or not, because cars came quick. So I turned onto that road and I started, you punch it, you're like getting up to like 40, 30, 40 really quickly. And on both sides of me at the time, now it's changed, but this time, like it was woods on both sides of me. And on the left side of my car, there was like a lot of madrona trees, which are like kind of stubbier trees with a peeling bark, but there was a lot of them, and they have like, I don't know, it's not easy just to like run through the forest of them. Like it was like shrubs and like a lot of madrona trees, and it wasn't like easy terrain. I'm sure there was a lot of ant hills out there and just like fallen timber. It was rough and rugged. And um so I pick up my speed and I'm getting up to almost 50, and I'm like looking off outside my driver's side window to the left, and um and there's a figure running just inside the tree line, and it's like almost glowing white, like it's from head to toe white, like, and its arms are like up, like it's running fast, and it's running along the side of my car at the same speed that I'm going. It's like we're going the same speed. And I just kept like looking over there being like what the fuck, And its legs were like moving like normal legs would be running. Its arms were like its body was moving normally, like it was running on a track or something, but like through these woods and all this brush and shit, it wouldn't be like possible to run that fast through all of that. And it would like once I like got like a certain distance, it just like I don't remember if it just like disappeared or like went off into the distance. I don't necessarily like I don't really know what happened at and but I just remember being really scared, and every time I would drive by that place, I would always like be afraid to look over there because I didn't want to see it because you couldn't like I couldn't explain it. It just didn't make sense. And the fact that its face was white, and it wasn't like there was no distinct features or anything. It was just white, but mm, like a misty white. Hi, Tree. Hi, Sue. Who else? Did I miss anybody else? I think Tree and Sue. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I've never seen anything like it again. I've watched a lot of like shows where people kind of describe similar things, but not quite the same. So I was like 16 when this happened. And yeah, I was using a lot of hallucinogenics at the time, but I promise you I was not on drugs or alcohol at this moment. I was sober. I hadn't done any drugs yet. I was like going to do drugs probably, but I hadn't. I was stone sober. I don't use drugs or drink and drive it. And that's not like my thing. I couldn't do that. I had to just keep driving it. Like I wanted to get away from it. Like I was trying to like go, like I thought that eventually like I thought that it was freaking me out that it was keeping up, but like I said, eventually it just stopped. But that spot like gave me the weirdest, creepiest vibes from then on after. And I had to drive by that for years and years and years after. I've never forgotten it. It's like still just burned into my mind, like just like perfectly because I think I like relived it every time I would drive by it almost. Yeah. Cool, Sue. That's my next story. My next story. No, I was driving curbs. I was driving in my car and I was driving like 50. And this thing was beside me in the woods running just as fast as I was driving. Oh, that's okay. Um, okay, Sue. I'm gonna tell my ghost story, and then you should tell your Roman century ghost because that sounds fucking way cooler than mine. Mine will be quick. No, I was driving. See, that's what maybe it was a skinwalker tree, but it doesn't have like all the ways that skinwalkers have always been described. Like that's not what I was seeing at all. So that's why I'm like, mm, it makes me think it's not a skinwalker. Was it nighttime or daytime, Sue? I guess it was nighttime, huh? Oh, really, tree? Oh, okay. Because this was giving like other dimension, like crossover or something. Like it just, I don't know how to explain it. It was nighttime. And flower. Yeah, it felt like energy. That's exactly what it felt like to me, Sue. Even like the weird being that I saw, like it felt like energy that just like, mm, and I guess that's what skinwalkers are. I guess they're just like energy manifesting into like creatures or whatever, different creatures. So how did you tell that was Roman century, Sue? Was it just like by what it was wearing, like how its hair was styled, or what gave the Roman century vibe? It's weird that only the top can be seen. That's really creepy. That's cool, Roxy. It's nice that you've made like friends with Fred. A helmet and a cape. Oh, that's cool, Sue. Yeah, I I don't like the idea of living with ghosts, but as long as like they're chill, like I suppose. But I like to play rock music. I guess I just have to listen to my headphones, which I do anyways, but I don't want to be pissing off any ghosts. I know, Tree, that's what I'm like. I'm like, oh dang, that's a hard line. I don't know if I could do that. I like rock music. Yeah, see, I'm fine with appearing and making noise, but like don't do weird any weird shit while I'm sleeping. Don't like tug on my things. Don't freak my animals out. Yeah, they were here first, Kirby's, but like we don't even like it's hard to accommodate someone you can't see. Oh, that's cool, Sue. He was walking on the old road. Oh, fucking weird. That's so weird. Oh. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I mean, a lot of land, especially in the US, well, everywhere has a lot of holds a lot of history, and you have to totally respect it. It would just I feel like it would be a struggle to mind the rock and roll music rules. All right, I'll share my ghost story. So, I'm trying to think of how old I was. It was like I was probably like 19 or 20, something like that. And no, because I could go to the bar. So I must have been 21. No, yeah, whatever. We'll say I was 21. Um, and my girlfriend at the time and her best friend, we were like all besties. And they lived in this old apartment building. And um, there'd never been any issues, never anything happened. And then one night, my girlfriend was working, and me and I'll just, uh, me and Jenna were hanging out at the apartment, and we were sitting by this. We had the window open, and we were sitting by the window smoking a spliff, and we were just like we'd done the stuff like so many times, like it was just like totally normal day. Nothing felt strange or different. It was dark or starting to get dark, and we were just laughing, getting stoned, and um, all of a sudden, like, when your vision just gets like not blurry, but mm, like right before your eyes water. You know how it just kind of like everything just kind of change. I don't know, like your vision changes. So all of a sudden, like my vision just kind of changed, and um, right in front of me, uh, yeah, fuzzes out. Yes, tree. Like right at that same, like right after that happened, like this, um, like hand. It's all I can say, like a ghost hand, like swished my friend's hair, like her hair came up, and like someone like you would like um push your hair aside or something. Like her hair came up and like whooshed. I don't know how to explain it. And we both just like fucking stopped dead in our tracks and froze and was like, what the fuck? And then we screamed and we ran into our bedroom and shut the door behind us. And we sat there and finished our spliff, like figuring out like if we were gonna go back out into the living room or not. And and eventually we did go back out there and it was fine, but there was like just a weird energy. And I don't know if that was just us, but we both felt it like in the room. Yeah, no. Spliff saved it. Saved that spliff. Hi, Chris. Um, so yeah. So that was like the other like firsthand experience that I've had. I know. Tree, I It felt safer behind the door. I didn't think about it too hard. Oh, weird flower. That's interesting. No, Roxy, not Nirvana. Oh my god. Oh my god, no Nirvana? Damn, that's strict. That's so strict. Yeah, I'm sure that building was super old, and I'm sure there's some history there. I never did any research because I was 21 and I just wasn't into doing research at the library at that time. But I wish yeah, maybe someday I'll look up the history of that building because it was really strange. And yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff that happened around that building, just in general. Okay, I'll remember that. Doors don't stop ghosts. Blankets are better. Yeah, so Adrian, what were you saying? You were going to share something. So yeah, I firmly believe in ghosts and all that. I don't know. I think some of the people though that like go on those ghost shows, I think some of them are just like in DV situations, like while their partners blame their aggression and violence on ghosts in their house and shit like that. Like some of that, I just think people just like live in toxic environments, unhealthy environments, and sleep deprivation can do insane things to your brain, like insane. And I think it's when you're under stress, you're constantly like fighting, or I think that can do bad things to your brain too. That can like simulate um, paranormal behavior. Like a lot of sleep disorders can simulate paranormal behavior or like have those same effects. So I don't I don't trust everyone's like experiences, but I know that it's real because I've experienced it. That's all. I guess that's what I'm saying. Hey Irish, nice to see you. We're talking ghost stories at the moment. Or like any sort of strange apparition. It doesn't have to be a ghost. It could be some sort of other energy, apparition. Oh, good, Adrian. You can share anytime. Anyone can share anytime. We'll get it all out there. And some of you might have missed it in the beginning. I'm still getting over a cold, so I might mute to cough now and again. So yeah, don't mind me. Totally, Julie. If you have a tinfoil hat, I strongly recommend putting it on. Julie also recommends uh, a steel pot. It cannot, no Teflon. Yeah, no Teflon. I know. We need Roxy to make us some Kirby's. Autumn Vibe tinfoils. Come on. We need it. Kirby's, I totally imagine like a tinfoil hat, like a crown with like big autumnal leaves like around it, like on the crown to like create the crown of the hat, and like little fairies like drawn around the like what would you call that? Adrian, what are you doing? Are you all right? Adrian, tell us your fucking ghost story. We're waiting. A design for every holiday. I know, Roxy. Look at you, there's Kirby's is ready to buy a tinfoil hat for every season. So copper, does copper protect from vampires? I don't think it does. I think vampires love copper. That's what I heard. Oh, fuck that, Julie. See, that's the kind of shit I'm like, oh, hell no. I hate like hearing weird shit that you know you heard, but like there's no evidence that it exists. That's funny. Yeah. You're all, this is a good place to come be like heat sick weird. It's a great place to be if you're feeling like that. Yeah, you need like an air conditioned tinfoil hat. You need like a mesh foil, so allow air. Roxy, can you make that happen? We need some like mesh caps for hot days. Adrian, I said like 4 times that you should tell us your ghost story. I don't know why. Can somebody else? Can he not hear me? I think he can't hear me. I think he's like, just somebody tell him. Kirby's wants a baked potato hat. I tried to play some Susie and the Banshees last Saturday on Twitch, and Adrian thought it was an advertisement and said it sounded like shit. So I think next Saturday, just so you guys know, next Saturday, I'm gonna play. I'm working on a playlist right now. So this Saturday, not next Saturday, this Saturday, I'm working on a playlist that's like 80s and 90s, kind of like summer jams, just songs I like to vibe to in the summer. A lot of like, I don't know, just like all the people you would think you would hear. So I'll go live on YouTube first and put the link up for the Twitch stream. And then I'll play like, I don't know, I have like hours of it. I just like keep cool. That's so cool, Sue. I didn't know that. No, you really should, Roxy. No, I'm reading it. He just keeps like writing like just like little bits of the story. I'm trying to follow it. It's just like no, I'm reading your story. It's just like coming through. Denise was asleep. And like that's all I've gotten from the story. Was there more before that even? No, I don't see anything. I just see she was asleep. Oh, it's 3 a.m. Okay. I missed the 3 a.m. part. Yeah, just tell it all at once, Adrian. Just like write it all out. Because other people are commenting too, and it keeps getting like lost in there. Oh my gosh. No, I know, but then you'll Kirby's is gonna wants to. That's like a baked potato. Yeah, poke holes in it. That's all. I was just making a baked potato joke, but I get what you meant to like create the mesh. You can just poke holes in it. I was just being silly. I'm on cold medicine, a gummy. I'm smoking weed. I had like less sleep than usual. See, I remember, Sue, like when I was getting my degree, like I took a lot of like criminal courses, like a lot of like youth and criminality classes because my like interests were K through 12. So I like the school to prison pipeline was like very important for me personally to understand and learn more about. And I remember I learned like in the like criminal justice like courses I took and in the psychology courses I took, like they talk a lot about like behavior related to temperatures and yeah, I remember them saying like the stuff about like full moons is unsupported by research, but I do believe that like heat does have an impact on like outcomes of violence and murder and other criminal behavior. Okay. So yeah, you next thing you knew, you saw an old woman with a coat on and a weird hood. Could kill you too. I don't think it does. I mean, I don't think bubble wrap works as good as tinfoil. But maybe not. I mean, it's worth a shot. There's nothing wrong with like doubling up. You could put bubble wrap on the inside of your crown to like make it more comfortable. Or if you like get too discombobulated, you and your head hits something, might help. Hi, Marsha. We're waiting to find out. Yeah, we're getting there. There's an old woman with a hood on. And she walked around the end of the double bed. And Denise is still well asleep. And the elderly woman somehow started to walk or float through the middle of the bed between us and then just vanished. So she walked from the end of the bed to the top of the bed by your heads? Or did she walk sideways through you? Oh, between you, so up. Now that's creepy. I don't want ghosts walking through me. But she was just fine and you never saw her again, Adrian? Yeah. She was robbing you. Nope, never saw her again. Oh, she was just passing through. She just had to get somewhere and took the shortcut, I guess, right through you guys. Sounds like. Was it an old house? Maybe she was admiring the orange paint on the walls. It's the place you live out now? Oh. Well, that's cool. At least you haven't seen her again, and that was a long time ago, so it sounds like she's moved on. That's good. Yeah, see, I guess it's fine as long as they're not like being too crazy, it's fine. Yeah, I think it's, you know why I think the veil's getting stronger? I think it's all the pollution and the chemtrails. I think the chemtrails are cutting the veil between the dimensions. Wait, what? You didn't believe it? What does that mean, Adrian? You saw it with your own eyes and you don't believe in ghosts? Oh, I'm trying to, Tree. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Let's go. Totally tree. Absolutely. I just don't think that like I've lived my entire life under like heavily flown areas. Like my house right now is on the like descending like path for Portland for PDX, and dozens of planes fly over my house every day. And when I lived by the when I lived by Fort Lewis or JBLM, whatever you want to call it, um, literally like my house was under the flight path for the army, and like during wartime, like it was there was so much air traffic over my house. And if like I don't know, if they were doing anything nefarious, I feel like I would what are contrails? What's the difference? You have to explain that because I've always just understood that they were the same things. What does con stand for? Oh man, Jam, I didn't. Oh, she had like a ghostly visitor when she passed? Or was it someone telling you? Or was it like someone telling you that she was gone? Or them that she was gone. Chemtrails and contrails are the same thing. They just have different names in different communities. Oh man. Huh. But they're both are chem. So contrails are condensation trails, and chemtrails stay and spread in the same spot. Are they both so sometimes airplanes are spreading just condensation, but sometimes it's not condensation and it's chemicals. It's like they just like keep us guessing, I guess. I don't know. My brain's not working that good because of my cold medicine. I'm like really okay. Well, we should. I definitely want to read into that because I um, like they all look the same to me. Like whenever I see those like condensation trails, like they all look the same. Essentially, I don't know. I guess some are bad and some are good. Huh. And they're spreading this purposefully, like to create cancers or something. They want to create cancer because I think that that's what those things do. They like make cancer, right? Huh. Yeah, here in Washington, we have like um Hanford, and I'm pretty sure if you've lived in Washington for any significant amount of time, like Hanford has poisoned you at some point. That place is so fucking toxic. And I live just like down the the road from like another old nuclear site. That's the kind of like that's the kind of stuff I feel like. Yeah, I had a friend that lived in Elgin, Texas for a while, and she said that there is like it was probably because there's a lot of like orchards, like pecan orchards and stuff in that area. I think it was pecans. That's what my brain's telling me. But there was like a lot of um like planes that would fly around, but she just assumed it was because of all the like agriculture or whatever. See, I feel like a lot of that is just like agricultural people like spreading pesticides and like that's what like if I think of like a real chemtrail, like that's like what I think of like agricultural pesticide use, like in planes, aluminium. That's how they fucking say it. Aluminium. Right, tree. Yeah, yeah. And like they had that stuff here too. I mean, I remember my dad telling me stories about like them doing stuff like that with certain crops when he was young. I can't remember. Was it like is it DT? What is that stuff called? Oh, oh fuck! I can't remember what he would call it. Aluminium. 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 We say aluminum. Aluminium. Wait, what day is it? I just got a notification for something that usually isn't on until Fridays. Aluminium. It's funny. Oh, that's so great, Tree. Fuck, I can't even tell you how many times like I was a nanny like right near my for a family near my house when I was younger and um and they were toddlers that had a nap time and there were so many days when like the big Chinook helicopters, like 5 of them, would come blasting over the house that I was nannying at. And oh, I would just be so pissed because I'd be like, if you fucking wake these kids up, um, it would just shake the whole house would just rattle and shake and it was just like thunderous noise. I hated living near the base. Hated it. I've heard like I got to hear sonic booms though. I've heard like at least 2 or 3 sonic booms. Those things are fucking creepy. That's so weird, Julie. Rabies wafers? That's wild. I know. What is up with that, Kirby's? That's how we got Momu spaghetti. I don't even know what that was supposed to be, but that's what it came out. Growlers, yeah. Well, they're all very noisy. All of those machines are so noisy. Momu spaghetti. Moo minium. Moo minium. Yeah. We can all settle on that. We'll just agree to moo minium. We can all say that, right? Yeah, I don't mind planes. We get a lot of Coast Guard here on the river, so I hear the Coast Guard occasionally, especially more during the summer, because there's a lot more water rescues during the summer than the winter. But uh, I don't mind hearing that. It's like I don't like when it's like disturbs me because sometimes it's very excessive. Like I said, I lived in that house for 30 years, and so like we went through a couple of wars during that time, and yeah, during wartime it was like really chaotic. They did a lot of training out of JBLM, Fort Lewis, and yeah, it was it disturbed the peace, disturbed a lot of wildlife, I can tell you that, because if it was disturbing me inside my house, it was disturbing a lot more than that. And not only that, like, so I forgot the best part. I mean, so they had a firing range, actually several of them, and would practice a lot of ammunitions, like drills. So we would just hear booms, like big firework booms, but like bigger than that because it would shake the ground. Um, we would hear those. Sometimes they would. Usually it was at night, but like sometimes like they did them during the day too, and we would get warnings, thankfully, through the media and whatnot, and like that they would be conducting drills, but they were just so frequent and just like I said, they definitely disturbed the wildlife. I'm sure a lot of wildlife got used to it over the years, but still, no, no, it's not, Roxy. It's sometimes it was just like boom, 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 boom. It would just be like they would like practice, I don't know, like just bombing the fuck out of shit or something. I don't know what, but yeah. Air Force Base, yeah, you probably get a lot of that power. And like most of my life, it was just an army base, but then like towards like the last half of me living there, like they merged. So Fort Lewis and McCord Air Force Base merged. And so it just got worse after that, actually, because then you were getting like double timed. I've heard about that tree. I think I saw it on like another like show or something. Do you remember God, I can't even think of what that show was called. It was about like that guy that lived up there in the Olympic Forest, like way up north. He like lives there. He like lived in it like kind of like a sprite, like most of the year. I think sometimes he like never wore shoes. He was like that bearded guy. Gosh, I can't think. I swear, I remember a show about him. Yeah, he lived in that rainforest. But he was on a show, and I feel like I remember them talking about that on that show. I can't remember that gentleman's name. He was just the loveliest man. He seemed so so pure. I just like loves I don't know if he's still around or not. He was kind of elderly when I watched the show, like I don't remember. That's funny, Sue. I could. It could. Like honestly, if you saw this guy, like Dio could become this man. Like he's just like very self-sustaining and like believes in like honoring the earth and taking care of it and yeah, respecting and just like I don't know. He was a very kind gentleman. I think he was getting ill though, if I remember correctly, and he was having to spend more time in like the um like I don't know. I don't want to say the real world because it's not the real world. In the conventionally real world, I don't know what to say. Yeah, same here, Kirby's. They have it over Lake Washington here. It's up by Seattle. Well, it is Seattle. Lake Washington is in Seattle. Um, and I've been there a couple times when I was a kid, and it was just so packed, and like everyone's so wasted, and I didn't really enjoy it. The Blue Angels would always do that. Yeah, a lot of people really love that stuff, and like that's cool. It's sad how many like accidents like there are during those air shows that just seem so unnecessary. It's like they died for what, you know? That's what bums me out. Oh, I just meant Adrian that like I don't know. I think we don't live in the I think that like the real world is the world that like exists in nature and like natural life, and I think like outside of nature is just uh a fabricated concrete jungle that isn't really real. It's just it's all mm, man-made. Yeah. Yeah. Man-made versus natural, I guess is what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Blue Angels, Kelly, always just bring out like so many people. It's um yeah. I don't mind a crowd if it's like something that I like really enjoy or whatnot, but I just don't like that stuff enough to put up with it, I guess. Nice, Kelly. Yeah, I think a lot of us here are have close ties to military. My grandfather was a um, primarily helicopter mechanic, but he worked on the Navy ships and repaired aviation equipment. Yeah, exactly. So when you live by that stuff, it's like, oh, you don't really need to go go watch it. It's like, oh my gosh. Well, a lot of like knowledge comes with that tree. You should be, yeah, should be proud. I know you are. Um, but yeah, that's wild. Yeah, we're coming up on those anniversaries here, y'all. Don't forget to remember all the lives lost and changed forever. I'm talking about Japanese. Oh, are you talking about the very first one, like on Bikini Island tree? Like, you talking about like the very first one, or wasn't that on Bikini Island the very first H? No, what was that on? I can't remember now. But you're talking about Pearl, like after Pearl Harbor, like the officially, like official Inuitak. Okay, nice tree. Thanks for that. It's okay. I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it either way, but that's close enough for me. Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that I ever knew the name of that island other than Bikini Island. Yeah, tree. That's so scary. That must have been just insane. Um, Gosh, I just can't. I visited the D-Day beaches in France, and the second I stepped onto that, like, I'm a super empathic person. Like, I feel energies like crazy, and it's not something I really talk about, but I have a really difficult time, especially around like death. Like, I'm very sensitive to death, like cemeteries and going into them. Like, I is intense. But, like, those D-Day beaches, like, I remember the moment I stepped foot on it, I started crying, like, uncontrollably. Like, it was strange. I don't do that. Like, that's not a thing I did. It's not a thing I would do. Like, I'm not even particularly that interested in, like, when I was young. Like, I mean, I was, like, 15 when this happened. Like, I wasn't, like, a history buff. Like, it just was just, so it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I had to, like, go to a payphone and made a made, a collect call from France all the way back to Washington, um, because I had to, like, call my dad to settle myself down because it was so intense. Um, but yeah, I just remember it was there's, like, a lot of, like, really sacred spaces. That's why I but your Hiroshima comment made me think of that because, like, I would love to go visit, like, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Like, I'd love to go visit some of those places, but, it would it would probably just, like, really, really harm me spiritually. See, I wasn't even thinking about it. I literally just our bus got onto the grounds and I just started crying. Like I did it was it was uncon it was out of 100% out of my control. Wasn't anything I thought about, I wanted. It was very strange. It was a very, very, very strange experience. Oh wow, Jim. Yeah, all of those just lands just saturated with grief and sorrow and death and pain, and it just like I'm real sensitive to that. Yeah, thankfully, flower. Gosh, can you imagine having to stay and do an extended tour in some of those places? Just like God, just like those short tours did so much damage to those like young soldiers. It's sad. It's sad what to think what we've like put put people through for the sake of I don't know. land acquisition, resource acquisition, money, power, respect. None of that is like really worth anything to me. Yeah, control is huge. Yeah, there's a few wars that were necessary that I could say were necessary, but I can't say that, like, I don't support them unconditionally. I don't say like they were good and everything that was done was right and necessary. So I don't know. I'm of the mind that like mm, conflict is rarely resolved that way. From my experience, I've never won a conflict by fighting anyone. I'm not a fighter, so I'm a bitch, but I'm not a fighter. That's the thing is if you're a big enough bitch, you don't even have to fight. You just shut them down. You just say what you gotta say and move on. I like to communicate my disagreements with words. Oh God, that's so sad, Flower. Yeah, I have friends that whose like family members were in the Japanese camps here in Washington, and yeah, it's really horrible and sad that we had them here, just like in our own backyard. But I have like family with ancestry in Poland that were thankfully able to escape the war, but um, a lot of people didn't, and it's yeah, I can't imagine going to any of those places either. I just, oh gosh, just seeing it on TV is just already so devastating. Yeah, right, Julie, for real. Bergen-Belsen. Yeah. Is that one of the concentration or work camps, Sue? I'm not familiar with that name. Yeah, I would. That shit breaks me too. It's really, and it's just so gross. Like so many, like I don't know. We don't need to talk about this anymore. It's pretty dark. I'm gonna take a cough break and drink some coffee, and then we'll come back and I'm gonna share my other two stories with you guys. Oh, Tree's gonna share one with us. Yes, Tree. Thank you for changing the subject. Tell us about your UAP, please. Where were you? Like, set the stage. Like, we want to know. We want to know the details. If you can feel like sharing them. What? What, Sue? Who had 10 legs? Adrian's granddad. Oh, Douglas Bader. Oh, okay. I missed that part. Huh. Thanks for clarifying, Sue. I just imagine Adrian's grandpa driving a tank with 10 legs. My brain is very it likes to make pictures, so Tree, we wanna hear the story about you seeing the UAP when you were 8. We wanna know about it. Yeah, that's a good one. Caprice has her autumn vibes tinfoil hat on. The emojis crack me up, you guys. The fucking hard hat one. Hong Kong. Cool tree. That's cool. See, I always like as a kid, I used to stare at the sky. Like I played a lot of sports and you spend a lot of time outside. And I remember I got really good at finding clovers. That's one thing I'm really good at. And then the other thing is I would like just look around for UFOs constantly. Uh-oh, okay. So DOA's live. Yeah, we can end this. You guys probably are all gonna go over there. So we can continue this next Thursday. I still have 2 more stories, and it sounds like you guys will probably have some more. Oh, you guys are good. I know. Okay. Okay. um, yeah, so oh, I wish I would always pick them. I should let them go to flower, but that was one thing also with clover, four-leaf clovers though, is like if you found one, like you would usually find another one or more. I used to have the best four-leaf or even more than that, like clover collection. I used to put them in my books to like squish them. And so one time I was moving and all of a sudden all of these like four-leaf clovers started coming out of my books. And yeah, and sadly I think I lost a few that way, but there's still probably tons of them in my books. I saved a bunch of them that I put into my whisker jar. I know, Tree, why we do that? I just thought it seemed like such a good idea at the time. I'm sure there's better ways. I could have put them in something else. It would have been better, I'm sure. But yeah, a lot of my like poetry books, I noticed, is what I would find them in. I would just shove them in there. I still like look for four-leaf clovers all the time. Like when I'm out on walks with the cats, like, and they're just like wandering around and like just sitting there, not really doing anything. I just like look for clovers. This my new house has a lot, not as many as my old house, but it's it's got a lot. Yeah, nature is pretty fucking cool. I like it. I like nature a lot. But I like looking at the sky. I like looking for weird clouds. That's one of my favorite things too. I like to just like look at clouds and think of weird things that they look like. I'm pretty easy to like entertain, honestly. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, hold on, guys. I gotta put this halibut in the fridge. I think it's thawed here. I got super lucky. My dad brought back a lot of halibut from his trip to Alaska. Um, his friend caught while they were out fishing. His buddy caught a 300-pound halibut. It was like a fucking monster. And when I say 300 pounds, it was like over 300 pounds. I think it was actually 311 pounds, but it was a huge, huge, huge fish. So they all came home with like a bunch of like box full of fish. But I've never eaten a halibut that big, so I don't know what it's going to taste like. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, Tree. It was humongous. I know, right? We got a lot of it. Because there's still some from his trip earlier in the season up to where Tree lives out of CQ. Up in that neck of the woods. We already had a bunch in the freezer. Oh fuck, I missed it. I gotta go back. Tree ate pizza? Fuck. I want pizza. Look at me. I have like halibut and I'm like, I want pizza. I'm fucking a brat, dude. Jesus. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Dry and iron between wax paper. Okay, thanks, Julie. That makes sense. Wrap a four-leaf clover in saran wrap. Oh, that's lovely treat. I love when I can just eat my own thing. That's how it was for me for a week too. I had the homestead to myself. It was really nice. I just got to eat all the things I wanted. I ate a lot of macaroni and cheese, Beecher's Mac. I ate a lot of Beecher's Mac. I ate some pizza. I ate nachos. Like 3 nights I ate nachos. What else did I eat? I can't remember, but I was just like eating whatever the fuck I wanted. Hi, Rumor. Hi, Rumor, buddy. I think both my cats are under the house right now. Right, Curbs? Where's my second dinner? Second breakfast? I've gone trout fishing a few times, Adrian. I just never really ate much trout. We ate them a few times. Most of the time though, we would catch them and just release trout. I like catching and releasing trout. It's fun. Yeah, nice tree. That sounds like easy and delicious. Perfect. I could totally go for that, honestly. And Julie's got soup. Adrian is on dessert. I think he has ice cream. What are you chowing on, Curbs? What's for dinner, GM? Yeah. That sounds perfect, Tree. You bring the soup. I bring the sandwich. It wasn't tasty. Yeah, soup and sandwich is a classic. Soup of the day. What's the soup of the day, Julie? Chicken crack. is Do you just season it with the crack, or is crack a main ingredient in the soup? Yeah, I always love a new soup recipe. Please do post. Oh God, Kirby's. I like wasabi a lot, but I don't. I like it. I only really enjoy it with sushi or fish or something. You said it wasn't good. That's why. I think Adrian's behind again. For once, it's not Kirby's. Yeah, totally, Tree. I have this masochistic like urge when I eat wasabi and to drink Coca-Cola. It makes it even more intense. I I have to drink a cold Coca-Cola with my sushi and wasabi. And just the fizzy just makes it even more insane. I can't explain it. I like it. Can't eat just one bowl. Okay. Well, that's a good soup. Well, since you guys are gonna stick around, we could talk some more. We could talk some more other stuff. The other two stories I have are like pretty quick in. I don't think so, Tree. I think you came in right at perfect timing. I dragged my heels for a little while to see if anyone wanted to come in. Okay, Lolaroo wants some UFO story. That's what I'm getting. Huh. Um. Okay, so before I was born, my father was um hanging out with some friends. Well, okay, so the story is that like they'd come back from a party or something. It was in late in the evening or early in the morning. They'd come back to a friend's house, and the other two friends had like gone into the house, but my father was still outside. He was probably like smoking a cigarette or something. And from the friend's house you could see the Cowlitz River, and that's a river that runs into the Columbia River. And and he looked up, and over the Cowlitz was a huge craft that he says was the size of a football field. That's how he describes it. And the only light was coming out of the very middle of it, and it was shooting down into the river. And he said it looked like it was either like taking water from the river or putting something into the river. He said it just like it looked like it was like doing, it had a purpose for doing that. And he yelled to his friends, like, "Look!" And he pointed at the craft, and the light shut off. Yeah, it was some sort of beam, a large beam. And then the light went out on the craft, and it slowly just like started kind of like going down the river away from him. And then he said, suddenly it just like shut off, and it was like gone. And it just was like speed of light gonzo. And so that's the UFO story. And my dad is like not a bullshitter. I mean, he is to a point, but like he tells that story so seriously that I have no doubt in my mind that it happened. So, because it happened before I was born, I was raised like very agnostic, and my dad believed in aliens. He believed that life came from aliens. He saw that craft. He knew they were there. He's not religious, so of course that's like the connections he made. Um so I was raised to think that like essentially aliens are our overlord to a point, not to like a fanatical point. It was just like that was the belief in the household. It wasn't um I don't know. He isn't a weirdo about it, but like that's just the way it is. Yes, Tree. I love that show when I was younger. So good. I love hot and sour soup, Kirby's. That's like one of my most favorite soups. It's really hard to get a good one though around here where I live. But I love a good hot and sour soup so much. Yeah, I grew up like watching the fuck out of Twilight Zone, um, Unsolved Mysteries, like all of those shows were big in my household. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the crafts. I think that honestly alien technology just like excels faster than our own technology. So I think that they've just become stealthier, honestly. Yeah, Outer Limits is a good one too. My dad still watches that one sometimes on reruns. Yeah, right, Tree? Exactly. Yeah. No, those shows definitely shaped a lot of people's like thoughts and opinions about extraterrestrial life and whatnot. Yeah, Star Trek is great. I love Star Trek. Yeah, Tree. Super big deal. Okay, so I'm gonna share my last story just so we can get it out because I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last. I think I need more medication. My nose is like starting to trip more. Um, I don't know. I think that we're all just a lot more open-minded to, and I think it's a good thing. Yeah, exactly, Julie. It's yeah. There's just too much evidence to the contrary, so I have to believe the evidence more than I want to believe like a creationist theory of how things was created. That's awesome, Adrian. That's like one of my like most favorite bands. That's why I opened the show with that song. I love it. I love I love that band. It was so hard to pick a good song. I mean, pick a song that I wanted to play, but yeah, that's a fantastic band. Oh, that's cool, Adrian. Have you read the book? You should try to get a copy from your mom. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear that. Hear those stories. Live. Yeah. Well, I know it's getting late for y'all over there, and I know I know DOA's live, so I've been live for almost 2 hours. I can just I can save some of my other stuff until next week. We can do this again. because I know you guys have some more stories to share. You have to spend the week thinking about stories you've heard from people. Maybe remember something that happened to you. It'd be cool. I like hearing everyone's stories. They're really interesting. Super interesting. And since Thursdays are just kind of like a whatever day, we can just do these until we all run out of shit. I like Weird Tree. Gosh, you know that. This is like the place for weird stories. It's exactly the place for it. I love weird so much. I'm a weird enthusiast. Cool. Well, don't forget to write it down. I had to write it down, Tree, when I would think of something so I didn't forget. It helps. Because it's a long ways for a week. You might forget. Yeah. So thanks everybody for stopping in and sharing your stories and just like chatting. It's nice. I will put out a reminder for Saturday. Like I said, I'm gonna play some like 80s and 90s, just like summer vibes. There's gonna be a lot of like, here, let me look at the playlist really quickly. Let me see. Playlists. Okay, let's see what we got. We got some Latrim, got some Del the Funky Homo Sapien, some MC Light. We got L Cool J, JJ Fad, some Ghost Town DJs, Rex and Effects. So mix a lot. Some Missy Elliott, some Outcast, Dead Prez, De La Soul, KRS-One, some Digital Underground, some Paula Abdul, Janet Jackson, some Mantronics, Notorious B.I.G., Snoop Dogg, Digable Planets. Yeah, there's a little something for everyone, plus a lot more. I've got a lot of music, so you can just pop in and listen for a while, pop out. But yeah, I will go live on Saturday and get the link out and then go over to Twitch and play music for a few hours. That's the plan. Just gonna have like a nice Saturday night vibe. Good times. Yeah, I still have that playlist. It just didn't seem like a lot of people were interested in listening to that, so I'm just gonna shelve it for the time being, Adrian. I might play it again later in the future. I worked really hard on it. It's a good playlist, but yeah, it'll see the airwaves eventually, I'm sure. Yeah, turn them all on. Get your notifications cranked up. Let's go. Saturday should be fun. But yeah, on Saturdays live we'll talk during we'll just be chatting while the music plays, and I'll fill you all out about like future playlists that I can start working on. I know we've talked about it before, and the classical opera playlist was mentioned, which will take some time for me to put together, but maybe there's something I can put together in the meantime. Yeah, everyone get your Twitch sorted. Kirby's, Julie. I don't think they're here anymore, but get your Twitch sorted, y'all, so you can chat with us, please. It'll be fun. We'll have some laughs. I promise that at the very least. Even if you don't like the music, you can mute it and turn on your own music and just chat with us. Like, you don't have to listen to it. Just come hang out. Last time it was just me and Adrian, and he was confusing me about like the sound quality. So yes, Adrian. I think you're behind again. Option number 2. What was the options? I already forgot them. I'm stoned, I guess. What was okay, my options? Um the options were I don't remember what the options were. Oh God, my short-term memory is trash, y'all. Oh yeah, totally tree. Exactly. I don't take offense to it. Like y'all, I if y'all knew what like the kind of shit I listen to, um, like it is not anyone's taste, and I wouldn't. I like yeah. I'm just what I'm trying to say is like I of all people totally know that like mm, yeah, it's not a personal attack for someone not to enjoy the same music that you like. So I don't take any like offense to it. Just coming out. That's all. Listening to the music is not required for hanging out. Yeah, that's a great song, Kirby's. They're just a super rad, weird band. Like yeah, I'm so happy that I happened upon that band. It was like such a perfect song. The second I heard it, I was like, oh fuck, this is like Kirby's core to the max. Yeah, me too, Tree. And that's the only reason why I play music is just because I like to hang out with you guys. It's just an excuse. That's all it is. I could play like anything. I could just like have the most random music playing. It wouldn't really matter. I just like making playlists and like I have a like my memory is very, very, very like intertwined with music. My music and memory are just like very. I don't know. Well, I listen to music constantly, so it's tied to a lot of different things in my lifetime. It's so funny, Tree. Um, my family like has like uh, a huge collection that I inherited of Finnish polka music. Like so much. I get the player, the Victrola isn't working, so I couldn't play it for you. But um, well, not Nirvana. We know that, Julie. They don't like Nirvana. I think they like theremins. That's I think that ghosts like theremin music. If it has a theremin, I think they're into it. Yeah, sheet music, definitely. Like the old ragtime music for sure. We could have like a ragtime. I do like ragtime. That's the thing, Adrian, is I listen to music on YouTube all the time. There's like every fucking record is on YouTube basically, and um yeah, I listen to a lot of DJ sets on YouTube, like a lot of DJ sets. So I just turn them on and listen to them for like an hour or 2 hours, however long they are. That's like one of my favorite things. I watch. Like, trying to think. Probably the one I watch the most is, let's see if I can. That's like one of the DJ channels I watch. It's in Berlin. It's a live. They do like live sets almost every night, like 4 or 5 like DJs, like 3 or 4 DJs, I guess, every night. And it's just like all different kinds of stuff, mostly like electronic music kind of stuff. So it probably isn't super interesting. Why did it change that to that? Weird. Did it change it to your gut on your guys's? It changed what I wrote to something else. It's so strange. Can I play any instruments? Like just in general or professionally well? Yeah, that's the name of it. Horberlin. I think it's here. I think it's pronounced here, but it looks like Hor. Here, Berlin. In general, yeah. I've owned like a lot of instruments. The first instrument I ever owned was a bass. I started playing bass guitar in a band, and then I switched over and I bought um, 2 Electribe, like DJ production stations. One was like a modular synth kind of production bass package, and the other was uh, just like rhythm, like drum and bass kind of package built into it. But they were solid state. They were really nice pieces of equipment. And then I started adding like I started adding um like the Chaos Pad was like the next thing I bought, which basically is just an effects processor for you can run anything through it essentially and just change pitch, delay, just like it's an effects pad, but like where you put your finger on the pad like changes the effect or whatever. And after that, I started like getting into more mm, analog instruments, like electronic instruments. So, um, non like digitized instruments, like stuff they started making in the 80s and even like in the 90s, they were still making some of that. But I've owned like dozens of different um, drum machines, synthesizers, sequencers, you name it. I've owned it. Like for a long time, like I would buy used like equipment like off of eBay that needed fixing up, cleaning up, and then I would resell it for a short, like a small, um, like I wasn't gouging people. I would just like pay myself basically for the work I did, but I felt like I was like saving instruments that would probably just like go to parts or just get lost in someone's basement or whatever. So yeah, it's a lot of. I can't read music. No tree. I wish. I super wish. I had friends, a lot of friends growing up that were like played piano, and were really, really good at reading sheet music. And I always like wanted to try to learn, but I never did. But I mean, I've sat behind a drum set. I mean, when like town I grew up in, everybody had instruments set up in their living rooms, their basements, their kitchens, like everyone had music, everyone put on shows, everyone was in bands. And so I mean, I've played guitar, I've sat at a drum set and just fucked around, but I don't sing. That's the one thing I never would and never will, and never have done and don't like to do. Yeah, you got a nice collection of instruments, Tree, it sounds like. That's like that's half the battle is just having them around so that if you do feel like playing, you can. I've sold off most of my equipment. When I moved last, I sold um, a sampler. I still have a couple of like digital drum machines, just a couple of really basic drum machines hanging around. But I sold my I sold the sampler and I sold my last synthesizer. I got I think I paid $450 for it, like 15 or 20 years ago. And it was like my own personal, it wasn't one it was something that I it was like really important to me. I played a lot, I used it in several bands, but it when I sold it for like almost $1,500. It had appreciated in value a lot. I sold it on eBay Tree. I used to sell on eBay like music instruments, pedals, you name it. I've bought it and sold it, all the things. But now I have friends that actually own an electronics instrument store, and I'm really excited to go visit them and see what they've got. I'm gonna try really hard not to buy anything. I told myself I'm out of that because all my machines just collect dust, and I hate machines that collect dust. I just do. I have they need to be played. They need to be in the hands of people that will enjoy them. And I just stopped making music a while back. I don't have I need a muse. I just don't have a muse. That's the issue. So, no muse, no music, unfortunately. But it's probably for the best. A lot of muses carry, I don't know, other chaos or whatever. I know. I miss the saxophone too, Tree. That was so lovely. I'm waiting, Tree. Like I said, I still have a little bit of equipment hanging around that if I really wanted to, I still have like a 4-channel mixer, and I could plug in some different things and make some noise if I needed to and wanted to. I still have that capability. So, I still have an amp. I still have a keyboard amp hanging around. I sold my big bass amp when right before I moved. That was another piece of equipment. I'd had a custom bass head and cabinet from the 60s that I bought in Tacoma in like 97. It was the first big amp I ever bought. And that thing has been all over. um, so I sold that and I got a lot of money for that too. Oh my gosh, Tree. I'll share a picture. um, I'll share a picture next time I'm live. I'll upload it. I'll use it as my thumbnail. of the, or maybe I'll just share it during the live. I could do that. I'll just add it to, I'll put it on the screen, but I wonder if I can access it from here. Hold on. Wait, I don't think I have that on my phone, my computer, do I? Photos. Why am I like lost? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I just opened PowerPoint on accident. Just a second. Let me get out of here. Okay, I'm gonna come back. Oh, dang it. Go away, PowerPoint. Quit. Quit, ho. Quit, ho. Oh my gosh. Home. Okay. Photos. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. The iCloud drive. Maybe it's on my iCloud drive. Oh, probably not there. Oh man. Why am I like can't figure this out all of a sudden? Is it in here? Oh no. Oh my gosh. I was looking for this photo of my setup. Like the last one I took. It was a long time ago, but it shows like a lot of, like, probably my most complicated like setup I ever had. Um okay, we're in photos. Now, let's see. It's going to be up here. Okay, where are you? Thankfully, I don't have a lot of photos, but oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, this is just gonna take a minute, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there, guys. I swear. Okay. Oh no, Tree. I always find weird places in iCloud of like weird folders of photos that I didn't even like I forgot about. The iCloud is weird place. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over in the cloud. Honestly, it's chaos. Okay, so now we go here. And I go here. And we refresh. Okay, I wonder if I can just open it from here. Okay, I think I figured it out, y'all. Let's try this. Okay. Does that work? What is that thing at the bottom? Is it doing that for y'all too? That weird X at the bottom? Goddamn chemtrails. Okay, so I have a 4-channel mixer on top. The thing to the left of the mixer is the sampler I had is an SU10. It's just a small handheld ribbon sampler. And it was used in like one of my most favorite records ever made, which was the Cobra Killer self-titled record. And it has just like the most crude samples on that record, and I love them. Like I love it. Um, and then there's the MC505, which is on the right. The second tier, middle tier on the right is the 505. The left is the 404. And then the pink thing is a Flower Electronics. It's like made by this really rad lady who makes like basically effects uh, of modulation boxes. And then on the lower rack is my my SH101, which is the synthesizer. But yeah, that was probably my most like complicated setup for ever. I like typically tried to keep my setups like a lot more friendly for like practicing and moving around. Yes, everything you see here is sold now, except for the mixer. And yeah, I still have that. I still have the SU10 sampler up there, but it has a cousin that was sold that I had. It was like bigger. But I like the compact, like handheldness of the SU10. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't think any of my other photos are. I mean, I have other band photos and stuff, but I don't want to show my face. I'm sorry, Adrian. I sold a lot of my records for dope, so thankfully, I was smart enough to like rip a lot of my old records before they were sold, but yeah. So unfortunately, I still have some, but a lot of like the more expensive, like rare records were sold. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's a great tree. I love that. It's all good, Curbs. We're gonna end here. I've been live for 2.5 hours. I need to take some cold medicine, y'all. My lungs are starting to feel really crappy again. My nose is just running like crazy. Yeah, it's been fun. Super fun. I love chatting, just talking about whatever with you guys. It doesn't even have to be conspiracy. It doesn't matter what it is. I just enjoy it. It's fun. I'm excited to maybe talk some music with y'all on Saturday and whatever else we get up to. Thanks for staying awake, friends. I appreciate it. Yeah, me too, Adrian. Thank you. Yes, some tea for sure. I'm almost done with my coffee, and instead of a second afternoon coffee, I'll probably have some tea instead. It's actually a really good idea. Thanks for hanging out, Tree. Yeah. Thanks for your really fun like shorts that you've been making and other videos you've been making. I really like seeing your neck of the woods. Yeah, thanks friends. It's been really fun. Definitely made my day better. So I appreciate that. Good night, everyone, and have a good evening. Enjoy your sandwich, Tree, and in the peace and quiet. Yeah. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all around. Okay. Night night.